I'm a holistic health coach and I do a lot of lifestyle work. I'm an IIN grad and I'm actually one of the mentor coaches for their program. So I see a lot of things happening from both having my own practice with Vital Core and then also mentor coaching. I see sort of both sides of the coin. But as my practice started growing and as I was working with women that had IBS, working with women with IBD, I started getting referrals with, hey, my aunt wants to talk to you, or my sister wants to talk to you. And my practice started growing and sort of expanding into other chronic conditions that I wasn't quite as familiar with. And I could sort of do the research, but I think, having the vocabulary to also be able to, like you were saying, like relate to the client, like understand their problem, understand how they're experiencing it, how it's affecting their life, and then also how to sort of bridge that gap between sort of their history and experience with the actual science. And a lot of the clients that were coming to me, health coaching is still sort of new, so they were a little bit leery. They had tried several other modalities, practices, worked with different practitioners. So I really wanted to do right by them and make sure that I understood it. And so I found the DI, the digestive intensive, so incredibly helpful that I ended up continuing on and doing the full body system twice now.
I love it, and I love the work that you're doing.
I think what stood out for me, like with how you teach and how the program is set up, I mean, first off, it's convenient. Like if you already have an existing practice, to be able to dial into this information versus having to get on a plane and fly to a conference somewhere for 5 days, like the convenience alone is amazing. But it's how you distill things and how you break things down are really important. And I think that's so different than what I see from a lot of training courses. And as a health coach, there's so much that's being marketed to us constantly. And I think how you approach this and always charge us with being critical thinkers, I think is so important, because you can try to slap a protocol on this or slap that protocol on that, but not actually being able to connect with the person and then apply it to them as a completely unique individual in front of you at a completely unique sort of point in time in their life. The vocabulary that you helped sort of come together really has shifted things. Just seeing clients like understand these, like being able to talk about a biochemical pathway, but like use metaphors and things like that to make it easy for someone to sort of get. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I work with frazzled type A professional working women. They want to feel better and they want it like yesterday. So it's important to, and I think what you espouse as a teacher, your concept of backing it up and really looking at what's driving things, get to the point, but also like balancing that with being able to educate them in a way that they can sort of process. I think also just how you model showing up as like a real person in this process. And I know part of it is you share kind of what you're going through with your own body, or sometimes what foods work for you or what foods don't work for you. And I think that's really important. And, as a mentor coach in other realms, I think that's something I see people struggle with, and especially coaches, and I'm sure other practitioners do as well. So super important, super grateful for that.
Thank you, Kara. Super grateful to have you in this community.